On April, Insta360 released this Insta360 X4. I've been using the Insta360 X3 and the Insta360 One X2 before that, but this one packs lots of new improvements. Let's dive in. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel. Finally, we have good weather here in my city, so we can make the videos outdoors. I'm Photorabs. I make videos about photography, filmmaking, camera tech related reviews, unboxings, action cams, vlogging kits and so on. If you are interested in these topics, I highly appreciate if you go subscribe to my channel. That's a massive help. In today's video, I'm going to talk about this Insta360 X4 that was released on April 2024. By the way, this camera was sent to me free of charge by Insta360. They didn't pay me to make a video for them. They didn't sponsor my channel. They were so kind to send me this one to try it. You all know the story. When this camera was released, I was not able to try it on the first weeks. So now I think it's the good time because the weather started to be very good outdoors. And this camera can be a great camera for your vacation this summer. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what I like about this camera and what I don't like about it, so you can make your own decision whether this camera is a good fit for your workflow or not. And if you're interested, I have affiliate links with Insta360. You can find them down below in the description box. If you buy via my affiliate links, you get free gifts from Insta360 and I get a small commission that helps my channel a lot. I'm shooting this segment with the Insta360 X4 in single lens mode. I'm shooting in 4K 25 frames per second because that fits best my timeline. When I'm editing my videos, I prefer vlogging in 4K 25 frames per second. On this X4 now we can go in single lens mode to 4K 60 frames per second, which is very good if we'd like to make some slow motion shots with this camera. Now we can do this in the single lens mode. Keep in mind that this camera has two lenses on both sides, so we have two 1/2 inch sensor on this camera, one on each side, and that means that the sensor is small, so the low light performances of this camera cannot be at the highest quality possible. Keep that in mind. This camera, even though it has the AI chip in it, but it cannot perform like the Insta360 Ace Pro, for example, because the Ace Pro has a much bigger sensor compared to this one. But we have two lenses here, so we have two sensors on this camera. We can swipe between the front-facing lens or the back lens, so we can have much more footages, much more interesting footages with this camera in the single lens mode. I'm recording the audio for this video with the wireless Pro from Rode connected via the audio adapter to the Insta360 X4. Of course, I could have used a Bluetooth microphone such as the DJI Mic 2, for example, but I don't like the connectivity between the DJI mics and the Insta360 cameras. I think there is something in the Bluetooth protocol on DJI that is blocked, and Insta360 cannot go and use it to the fully. That's why I think the audio coming from the Bluetooth connectivity between DJI mics and Insta360 cameras is really muffled, is not good for me. That's why I prefer using a connected microphone to this camera if I would like to vlog with. So 4K 25 frames per second. Now I'm trying to have some backlit scenes. So let me know what do you think about the image quality of this Insta360 X4 in vlogging mode. And I notice now that the screen got off, which is good to help us save power on the camera, on the battery. And that's something very interesting because I have only one battery. I hope that I can finish this vlog and this test with this single battery here. This camera is marketed to have the 8K capabilities, but be aware that the 8K is on the 360 sphere and not only on the 16:9 or the 9:16 ratio. That's why in the single lens mode I can only record in 4K and not in 8K resolution. This 8K resolution is very interesting if you are filming in 360, as I said before. So we can export now the footages in 16:9 or 9:16 in 2.7K. On the Insta360 X3, we were only able to export in 1080p. So now we have a bump up in resolution with this camera compared to the Insta360 X3, and that's something very important these days because almost all of the footages are in 4K. So this one is still in 2.7K when we export, but 2.7K compared to 4K is much better than 1080p compared to 4K, at least in my opinion. Now I'm using the Insta360 X4 on the front side of my bike in the single lens mode. And to be honest, I don't think that this mode is suitable for bike ride or such activities. It's more for vlogs because it's very difficult to stay in the middle of the frame, the center of the frame. So the composition is weird. I can see myself now on the bottom side of the frame, which is not good. I might tilt it a little bit up, the camera, but it's gonna be just in my face, so well, facing me directly, and I don't like that. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. Personally, as I said before, I don't think that this mode is suitable for such activities. On this camera we have the Me mode now, which is basically 4K footages with a single lens mode, but you will be always in the center of the frame. That's something really nice if you are recording some footages, some action shots, some bike ride or whatsoever, and you don't want to go back to the post-processing thing and to post-process the footages to reframe your shots. So with this Me mode, you will always be in the center of the frame. Now my selfie stick is extended to its fully at 1.2 meters away, and I'm sure that I'm in the center of the frame. Even if I put the camera up there, I'm sure I will stay in the center of the frame. If the camera is on my left, again, I'm in the center of the frame. So the good thing is that with this feature, you don't have to reframe your shot, and you will have directly nice footages that you can upload to your social networks. So now, this is the Me mode. I can see myself in the middle of the frame, in the center of the frame, maybe a little bit up, but it's not bad. It's much better than the single lens mode. So let me know what do you think about that in the comment section below. By the way, I have one POV shot here with the Go 3S. The main camera now is the Ace Pro, and of course the Insta360 X4 as a 360 camera. Let me know what you think about this feature here and about the image quality that we can have with this one. We'll be using it this summer or no. Let me know that in the comment section below. And now I'm in 8K 25 frames per second on the Insta360 X4. The camera is on the front side of the bike. Later on I will change the selfie stick. I'll put a longer one so we can have, I think, a more interesting point of view. Let me know what do you think about the image quality. The good thing is that today the weather is very good here in the city, so it's a good time for a bike ride. It's a good time to go outside because we've been having like 2 weeks of heavy rain. So now I have the Insta360 X4 on the back side of my bike. I'm using the Insta360 bike mount, and I highly recommend you to use Insta360 mounts for your bike because you feel more secure, and if something happened, I think you will be covered by the warranty. I've tried before some cheap brands and I didn't feel comfortable at all. I was always worrying about the camera being loose on the mounting system and falling down. But add to that, now we have these premium lens guards, so I believe that I can ride my bike without worrying about the camera anymore. And I think now we can have some great perspectives that I couldn't have before. I used before the mount bike from cheap brands, as I said before, and I tried always to keep it in front of me so I can keep an eye on it whether it's falling or not. But this one is on the back side of my bike, and for me this is the type of use that I'll be using this camera for, to have some different angles that I cannot achieve with some normal cameras, such as whether this action Insta360 Ace Pro, the Go 3S, or maybe some other cameras from other brands. So now I have a longer selfie stick on the front side of my bike on the Insta360 mount, and it feels really solid. I'm glad I made this purchase and I got the Insta360 one, even though it was a bit more expensive than what we can find on Amazon, for example. But it's worth the money, really. I think I'm gonna try to buy also some quick releases from Ulanzi. I saw that Ulanzi are making some quick releases for the Insta360 X3, X4 cameras, because it took me a few minutes to take the camera from the rear side to put it on the front selfie stick. If I have a quick release, it might be even faster, but I'm not sure that these quick releases can be good for mounting them on the bike. So I will buy them and I will discover that, and I'll try to keep you posted about this topic, whether the Ulanzi quick releases for the Insta360 X4 can be used on the bike securely. On this camera we have also a bump up in resolution when it comes to the bullet mode. Now we can record bullet shots with 5.7K at 120 frames per second, which is insane. You can make great footages for your vacations with this Insta360 X4. And also we have now the time lapse in 11K, which is interesting if you'd like to reframe, if you'd like to zoom in the shots. This camera is to go with, and that's why for me this could be maybe a great camera for these summer vacations. I also love that we have these premium guards on the lens, because on the previous generation I was always worried about scratching my lenses, and so on this one is very tough. It looks very solid and I feel more comfortable and more secure using it, especially in the bullet mode. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, give it a like. That helps me a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done it, and ring the bell so you can receive all the notifications about my future posts. If you are interested in this camera or any other cameras from Insta360, please refer to my affiliate links down below. That helps the channel a lot at no extra cost for you. And thank you for watching. Ciao for now.